Hunter, the road trip. I'm gonna play some music. We'll have our usual sound check while the music plays.
By the way, AC, did
Sponsored
you
by
send out a tweet and various other things to let people know that we're live currently?
I'm about to. I sent a thing 30 minutes ago saying that we are about to be live.
Sponsored by Uma Musume, Pretty Derby.
Peter, the horse is here.
The haunts.
Just let me know whenever you want me to deafen to do the sound test.
Now.
All right, check 1, turning off stream volume, so I don't get confused. Check 2, pressing the deafen button.
All right. So step 3, Joshy, say something. Joshy?
Incredible. Oh, I forgot. I switched to push talk. I think Limp's company is pretty poggers.
Roadroot, say something.
I too think Limbus Company is pretty poggers.
Justin, say something.
I saw somebody do some art of Gold Ship, but with like horse accurate teeth, and it kind of fucked me up a little bit.
I would make that kind of art if I ever do. And last but not least, Noir.
Wait, where's Sim?
Oh, Sim couldn't make it.
Oh.
And I figured we can go on because you're not gonna like assassinate the quarry. You're not gonna kill it this session.
Yeah.
And for Noir, say something.
Be sure to check out the newest hit book, The Sidereal Song of Beaglesaurus, available new chapters every day that I can post them, available for free on the internet. Just look for it and you'll find it.
All right. Should be
Also available at your local grocer's freezer.
I think that should be everyone. I think the only thing left is Bone, just to hear the input of Bone, or I need to double check the.
All right, I'm gonna test myself. Check. Gonna def.
I can up myself by 1%. Well then, thankfully I can do that through OBS, so we're gonna crank that up just a little bit, not too much. And I will be
All right, we're good.
Before we start,
So I will say, if you didn't see my little note, you might be able to up yourself a bit, AC. You are a slight bit quieter than everybody else. However, you don't need to. Oh, kitty! Kitty!
Can you say hi?
Give them a smooch! Give the kitty. Oh! That was such a cute fucking audio thing.
Did you guys hear it?
Oh, it was adorable. I heard it, yes.
That was it. That was the only reason why I had to be RP. She wanted in, and
Is she a talker? Because that was like a very reliable meow that she just did into
she
the
is
mic.
a talker. She loves her own voice.
This is simply yapping.
Like the only reason why you haven't heard her is I haven't like given her the mic yet. And
I'm gonna put my cat on the fucking mic.
And now last time on Hunter, the thing about it was that you guys had set up, but probably having Zach go on a date with Koto Azuma-chan, extracting more info, but mainly you encounter an amnesiac drunk who just thought of like a meeting in an exact time through vibes, and it mentioned the name Gary, a name that you remember seeing in the files of the financier. You, this mysterious amnesiac, all go into the bus. Why do I keep doing this? I made the damn thing. Well, I had assistance, but still. And you all ran into the bus, and you all headed straight to the meeting, nearby the meeting area. You didn't want to drive to it, you just wanted to park nearby to avoid suspicion. At least I'll say that much to be kind.
Wait, are we at the... is the bus around us right now?
You guys are in the bus, and you're heading on over there.
All right, Jerry, stay behind. Maybe you can be backup. Help out Malcolm if he needs it.
And,
Okay.
And that's the in-universe explanation.
Oh, Jerry sounds like he has a sore throat or something. Hope he feels all right.
Yeah, it really hurts.
So as Jerry
Hope it's
stays
not
behind,
COVID.
as Jerry stays behind for security, you guys find the entrance to the alleyway that the meeting is happening in. So do you all decide to like kind of and before you guys can walk in, alright, you do see a hooded figure kind of go in to the alleyway.
All right, so are we just looking at the alley? Are we at a distance? Are we noticeable? Are we inconspicuous?
You're inconspicuous and unnoticeable, but you're only seeing like the front you're not seeing it from the front, you're seeing the front entrance of the alleyway to the side, so you'll need to move up to actually like properly eavesdrop.
Zach, get your drone ready.
Oh, right, yeah. Zach's gonna pull the drone out.
I want you
Pull
to
that thing
snoop.
out.
Does that thing get audio?
Yeah, it does.
We might not even need to get close.
You know, I've had this burning sensation to say this for a while, Ed. How come it sounds like you're 15 seconds away of saying, or presenting to all of us a thermostat?
I have no idea what that means.
Doctor.
Stats!
I forget his name. It was like Doctor like.
Gentlemen, behold!
You know what? I'm getting no context.
Aqua
Dr.
Teen Hunger
Insano
Force.
is the spoony bit.
Oh. The only thing I know about I only know about Aqua Teen Hunger Force from like Adult Swim ads. I know that Matewatt kind of sounds something like this. That's what's going on. And that's all. And that's what I know. There's like a shake guy that has an accent that's like grumpy. There's a fry guy that has a goatee that's also grumpy.
For context,
There's a fat dude that also is grumpy.
This is Dr. Insano.
I hate that.
Oh, you
came
know
to my
what?
mind.
Yes, I think Ed should also take his nipples out.
God.
Out where?
For the world.
So are you guys going to like fly the drone like into the alleyway unnoticed?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
I'll say, you know what? I'll make you do the stealth check later.
Also, real quickly before he sends the drone out, I look over to fucking Alcoholics Mysterious over here and be like, I need you to stay here and not do anything.
Who's
Okay,
Alcoholics Mysterious?
The
What
end
does that
fucking-
mean?
Yeah.
Alright.
Cool.
So-
Like I
so
don't want you
is-
to I don't want to take my eyes off you for 2 seconds and see that you are walking through the alleyway while we're all huddled up here Scooby-Doo style looking off the edge of this fucking building while this camera's going off. Okay?
Why do we still have this guy again?
Walk the down.
He just came with us. Wait, did you say do or don't walk into the alleyway?
Yeah.
If he threatens to blow our cover, I'm gonna blow your head off. All right, get that fucking drone going.
Talk about an
I feel-
escalation.
are we-
Holy
are-
shit.
I feel like my head got blown off ages ago. And
Wait, are we around the bus right now? I forget. Did
You're
you
out-
say we were, or did it drive
Alright.
away?
You're in the bus. It parked in a location nearby, and you guys
Okay.
headed out.
Okay.
and if you-
In the world of darkness, parking spots are readily available in New York City.
Amazing.
There's
Well-
probably a parking garage somewhere.
there is
nearby.
somewhere,
There's
but
probably like a bajillion.
I'll say I think you guys are flying it, so I don't think you guys yourselves are entering, but you do, and you're seeing the feed, and you see a let me go for a good track here. You see the hooded figure walk, and something's off about this guy. He has a hood, sunglasses, and face mask. He, by any means, does not want to be recognized.
What time of day or night is it?
It's the, I want to say it's like 10.
I want to say it's like midday, like around lunch.
No, it's 10. It's still night. It's like,
Oh, okay.
I would say like it took until like 9 to like almost 9:30 after the whole last session.
Oh my fucking god.
And it's 10 now.
All right, so is this guy like illuminated by the street light, or does this drone have night vision? Actually, I'm
It's
surprised night vision isn't like a perk that you can take along with the
There's
drone
a-
jockey head.
There's kind of a shitty like light post in the alleyway. It's just enough for you to see, but it's not. There's a bunch of the alleyway that's still obscured, but you can see him because he's in the light.
Does the drone have night vision, or is it like we increase the gamma?
I'm unsure. I'll have to double check. But,
Well, I don't think it says in the rules. I think we have to decide that.
I don't think it does. Oh, I forgot the export that second one. Fuck.
All right, Zach, enhance,
Huh?
So-
Oh, right. Yeah.
enhance.
You hear
He's gonna do it.
talk.
He zooms in as best as he can.
So what's the news? Oh, apparently apparently the financier's dead and there's been a change of plans. You see something incredibly odd. An animal walks into the light. And you see the animal almost kind of like reverting to a more humanoid form. You see it transforming. It is quite odd.
What type of animal? Like a dog, or
It
is
i-
it like a wolf?
It is like a mangy dog.
Hmm.
You can't see it. You can't see the details too well, because of the light. But it just looks like it is It's a fairly large animal, but it's very mangy. Could be a dog. Could be a hyena, for all you know. And after it transforms, you see a hooded figure, and he walks into the light. And this guy's face is that of only a mother could really love. Has the plan changed?
Like he's ugly, or
A little ugly.
He reminds me of that one manga. I think it's called Angel Densetsu, where it's the very sweet guy that everybody's afraid of because he has a creepy face.
He speaks. So the plan's changed? Yeah. Think so. And, oh, God, sorry, I'm not used to that. Anyway. The guy in the mask seems to be speaking relatively normal. Seems that the plan's changed. This strange figure says, I thought we'd have to change after the financier bid it. No. Things are gonna continue as planned. I think our leader is going to use this death as an opportunity, maybe a stepping stone, to get in a little bit faster. He says that he might be able to use this. I think it's rather risky, but I think we can pull it. But supplies are looking a little low. We're gonna need more of the sweet stuff. How long is that gonna take?
How long until you get what he needs?
I was thinking it.
I'll be Trump with you, sweetheart.
It's more the energy that, how long is it gonna take? We're gonna take to get him what he needs. I don't know.
My way, the right way.
Couple days. The masked man replies, unsure. Couple days at least. So, what do you think bid him? What do you think killed the guy? Or do you think he's that fucking clumsy? Personally, I think our leader, Mr. Lynch, he doesn't like his name being said in these meetings. Right. Sorry, Mr. L. Doesn't like when people go disappearing, and he has a fair amount of enemies. Could be the newcomer, or it could be some rivals. I doubt it's hunters. No vampire hunter could get that close to the guy's cabinet. Unless it's a group of bumblefucks. Or maybe it's a skilled group. Nah. Then how come they haven't made another move yet?
Fuck you.
Wait, what did Bone say?
I said fuck you.
Oh.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
You-
Fuck you.
Maybe we're underestimating him. We should be rather careful around them. Or maybe his fellow, the fellow blank bodies are getting tired of his maneuvers and they're wanting to have a slice of the pie themselves. Could be that. You never know with people like them. I'm just here for the sweet flow of money and supplies. You got that right. Listen, this whole thing with Langstrom goes belly up. I think I know a guy. Very much a newcomer. Huh? Doesn't claim to be a part of any group. He's here searching. And, could you... I doubt I'm willing to give up my allegiance to some random person. Could you describe... But, just in case, could you describe him? Mustache, red scarf. Strange talking fella. But don't forget, we're gonna continue as planned. Keep observing the area at night. And I know you got good nose on you, so I am going to need you to be extra careful around the cabinet building. Sniff for any evidence, any sense that anybody could leave behind. We will find whoever got the financer. Is that to be understood? I'll enjoy devouring them limb from limb. Right. Then, I don't think there's anything else. He then, the strange figure, the strange looking man is looking around. Just kind of double checking. Then what are you looking at? See if anyone's listening in. You didn't bother to do that before we had a sensitive conversation. He's kind of looking like in all sorts of areas. He's kind of before he looks up, I'm going to require a difficulty 4 stealth check for the drone to fly out of view.
Stealth plus what now?
Basic. We're gonna look at the character creator. Pull this up every time. Stealth plus wits.
Ooh, 5 dice.
I would like to make
Different.
I would like to
That's it.
question, could I possibly do a, let's say a leadership idea to possibly, leadership stat check to see if I can lower the difficulty or give him an extra dice to suggest the moment that he says, like, talks about looking around, to suggest.
Doesn't
Choose
matter, Bone,
that.
because it doesn't matter if you did, Bone, because I got a 10,
Never
2,
mind.
3 9s?
All right then.
No, that can't. That's a 9. I thought that was a 6. That was
Three
a
nines
10 and 3 9s and a 4.
Before Edwin can give his suggestion to lay low, Zach's hands are already maneuvering the controller, already dipping, swinging out of sight. Although there's no visuals at the moment here, must have been the wind. So, how go sniffing around? I think it was one of the photo. I think it's one of the photo interns. The death happened during their interviews. I'm leaning more towards, I think either the weird anime girl or, Mr. White. You actually bothered to remember their names. Shocking. You fly back into center, it's like, Before I go, though, I do need a quick little snack. And you see him grab a giant rat from the dumpster and then bite into it. You see the masked figure looking away in almost disgust. Like, can you not do that while I'm here? I was fiending. I'd tore you apart if I didn't get a snack. Anyway, I need to go. You see the figure climb on like the walls and scurry up and run off.
Should we keep track of him?
I don't know. What do you guys
Actually,
think?
before he does, he says, "If that's all, we'll be disbanding the meeting, rodent." Understood. He climbs up. So, as he does, are you going to try to follow Rodent or the mysterious masked man that you can only guess is Gary?
So the guy climbed up a building?
He climbed up the wall, yeah.
Might be easier to grab the other guy if we want to do some interrogation, but the other guy seems to know, the weird-looking guy seems to know more.
What if we split up?
Maybe that's a good idea. We only have how much time do we have?
It is like
How fast is this guy running?
He's going pretty fast. You would almost have to tail him with the drone. Like, he is zooming.
We can probably get the other guy and try to figure out where these guys are meeting. We might need to let the weirdo go for now. We can grab him later.
Alright.
I feel like I'm losing the Edwin voice. I need to hurt my throat more.
And then, after that, Gary's like, I'm still not used to that fucking voice. I've been meeting with over the years, too. So, and he's just kind of like, about stretching, but like, he's going a lot slower he's walking out of the alleyway, but he's going a lot slower than Rodent was.
Sorry, just to clarify. Sorry, just to clarify, we're following the Ted Kaczynski looking guy, right?
I don't know who that is, but this guy, yeah.
The hooded man.
I know I've heard the name. I forget who that
The
is.
Unabomber.
The Unabomber.
Ah. I did not know he looked like this.
The police sketch I posted up there.
He walked up. So.
Alright, so I believe we are going to just, as a group, start to tail him, probably keeping a distance using the drone to kind of wait for a good opportunity. Should we get Shadow Justice? Shall we use the flashlight? Should we test it out?
I mean, like, considering that, you know, that guy's going in places we probably can, and Shadow Justice is a crazy person, he'll probably be able to catch up to that guy. So, I mean, like, yeah. Seems like a smart idea to me.
Alright, I think we're going to test out the Shadow Justice flashlight. Should we meet up with him first and just try to track him? This guy, should we split up? Explain the situation to Shadow Justice. Or just go nuts.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna just grab the flashlight and shine it into the air. And I'm going to ask Zach to just at a distance follow the other guy. Like, just stay within just the right range.
You hear this...
Wait, actually, may I take this back? I would like to ask the group, or should we try to track this guy to his lair first?
Oh, for fuck's sake, just can't get Shadow Justice to go for the weirdo, and we can take the guy on the street. It's that simple.
Yeah, I'm going with Steph's idea.
All right, we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna shine in there.
You do. And as you're like hearing it, it's silent, and then you hear in the distance the sounds of like punches, and then silence, and then you see him jump from the rooftop and do a a mysterious figure do a superhero-esque landing right in front of you guys.
Did he do a front flip while doing it?
Yeah. And
Hell
as
yeah.
he lands, it crashes into the concrete. You see a familiar figure.
He creates a new pothole in the street. What is this fucking song? What is this from?
It's used in Yakuza 4 one time and never again.
Wow.
God damn.
They use it in the first 5 seconds, like the first 5 minutes, and they never use the song again.
Shadow Justice, we need you. There's a conspiracy going on. Wait, has this guy talked about vampires at all? Has he used any sort of like term for them?
He has not talked about them, but he's talked about like other supernatural shit he's seen.
There's a vampire waiting that are planning something, and we need you to capture one.
When aren't they planning something?
I know, right? Here's it.
Who do you need me to capture? What is it?
He's right here. Knock him out, and so we can interrogate him.
Do you show him the footage of like Rodent?
Oh, is that Rodent? I thought the Rodent was the other guy.
Rodent's
No.
the guy running around the walls.
Rodent's the
Rodent's
wall
the-
runner with the fucked up face.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I thought we were going to capture the guy walking. I thought we were following
Yeah.
him.
No,
but that's what
we're
you're
gonna
doing.
tail him ourselves, and we're gonna get Shadow just to tail the rodent.
Regardless,
Oh,
you describe
okay.
it, and then here, Shadow Justice clenches his fist. He's almost in anger. Are you talking about Rodent?
Oh, you know
Yes,
him.
actually.
Slippery little bastard. He's tanked some punches before, but I'm planning to get him whenever I can.
Can you get him now?
Ideally, I just need a direction.
So I guess we were tailing him with the drone. I thought we were tailing the other guy with the drone. All right. I guess we have a direction then.
That away.
You point toward. You guys show him a bit of the footage of where Rodent's running off. He's like, I know a shortcut to get there. Bastard's gonna pay for his crimes finally.
Do you need backup, or can you do this on your own?
Before you can do that he leaps on. He climbs up like a drain pipe, and he's going up like a wall. And you.
I thought you were gonna say he's climbing up like Venom in the Ultimate Spider-Man game,
I imagine he's also kind of doing that.
where it's like there's like cracks in the building because he's
There's-
just forcing his arm into the bricks.
He's like, you're hearing crunches into the building, and he throws himself up, and he's just immediately on the case.
I think he'll be just fine, Edwin. Now, come on, we got another guy to go get.
All right. The question: what is the range of this drone? Because that's why I would figure we were following the slower guy.
The range of the drone, I think, let me double check the edges.
Does it say? I thought that was just something we had to figure out.
I just want to double check in case it does. Oh, the thing says it has unlimited range.
What? Can
wow.
you screenshot that for me?
I'm going to screenshot this. I don't know how to feel about this either. I don't know.
It's going straight to the moon.
I figured it had the range of a normal commercial drone, or maybe like an upgraded commercial drone.
Okay, read straight from the
Drone must make a skill test. For a skill they do not possess, they use a 1-die pool. The drone has unlimited range and can stay active for 1 day plus additional days equal to the margin of the testament. This I
Supplies it
am
runs
real.
out after several days of use.
Like, this really does strike me as this world just has super tech for any hunter. Like,
Damn,
it
how
talks
much did
about
that
having
drone
nano
cost?
machines. Like in the book, it talks about how you can have nano machines.
I think
Yeah, let's
swarm
go.
It's just it's a test model that Ash sent me for testing.
You know what? Sure. Do we want to go with this ruling of unlimited range, or do we want to not think about it for now?
not think about it
Oh.
for now. Just Shadow Justice is where the drone can't reach. Shadow Justice is in like hot pursuit of
If I
this
was to-
rodent.
If I was to make a suggestion of how the drones would work, I think the answer is within reason.
I'll say within reason, but if they try to push it past, they have to make a difficulty check to go past the normal range.
Makes sense to me.
Uh,
All right. Anyway, continuing the scene.
so you all decide that you're going to pursue the masked figure, not the one in spandex who's going rooftop to rooftop already, but this masked figure.
Should we just assume that we made a rendezvous point?
I'm just going to assume you did.
All right. All right. Okay, should we just jump this guy? Is there anybody around? Is there anybody around?
He's walking through a bit of like a semi-crowded area, but you notice that like the crowd is slowly dying down as you're pursuing him.
All right. Shut up. Maybe I can pretend to wanna get a petition signed.
Hi there.
Would you please sign my petition?
Or should we just track him to his lair?
I mean, lair seems like probably the best bet for me. Or for
Let's
us.
track him to his lair.
Let's go to the
Assuming it's-
lair.
Assuming it's even his lair, though, he's going to.
He's going somewhere, and that's
Gotta
where we're
go
gonna find
somewhere.
him.
I guess.
I think I better think of something.
Oh, I hope I can seal a coffin.
What?
In one of the Vampire the Masquerade books, I was going through one of the guys was actually sleeping in a coffin. I don't know if that's necessary. I think it was somebody did it as a joke to that dude.
But there are lots of vampires.
This man is walking, he's cutting through, and eventually he's about to walk into another alleyway. It's like all those things, there's fences, there's graffiti everywhere. Let me get some good New York night ambience.
I think you're gonna say some good new metal.
And I wish, but no.
Not without us getting obliterated by copyrights.
Oh, see, this is the part where we compose our own song.
Boop, 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 boop. See, this is
That's
the
new metal
wave.
for you.
Yeah,
that
the
right
new
there,
wave.
that's new metal.
This is called new wave new metal.
You're seeing like some of the advertisements on like the wall for some of the hit movies, and eventually you get to the alleyway, and there's a bit of an emptiness here. It's like dark. There's like fences, and he's looking around. I'm gonna require everybody to make a stealth, the hide out of sight before they're gonna need to be not caught by him. So they're going to make a stealth check. So that's going to require the skill of stealth, but the attribute is going to depend on how you are getting out of the way.
I'm considering though approaching him. No, I'm not going to.
So
Wait, is there anybody around here actually?
I think you specifically
'Cause
alone
we
without
can just
telling
jump
any
this
of us.
guy. We could just jump him.
he's in.
Is there anybody here?
There's no one.
The element of surprise requires that we surprise him in some way.
All right. Okay, I'll do the stealth thing.
That can either be stealth plus dex if you want to fly out of the way, or composure if you're already if you're hiding behind something. So, because of this situation, everybody can pick either if they want their attribute to be dex or composure.
I'm gonna do stealth plus
manipulate.
dex.
Could I do manipulation? Could I manipulate him into just thinking I'm a homeless person?
You could do that. However, the only thing is it would require him to see you, but you would trick him into thinking that you're just a crazed homeless person. So you're stealth plus manipulation.
I'm gonna do it.
So
Wait, would it be
1, 2, 3,
subterfuge?
4, 5, 6.
actually, it'd probably be subterfuge.
Alright, I'm gonna do that. This is the thing I was thinking, like, maybe I should approach him. I'm gonna try doing that and act like a homeless person. Let's see, that would be, what was the difficulty?
Difficulty is 4 for everybody, no matter what stat they picked.
So that's gonna be a
No, ways of
9,
just roll
6, a 10, a 4, a 4, and a 2.
All right, Steph manages to gracefully dodge into the shadows before he can notice. Anybody else made their rolls?
Do it
What were
now.
the options
Uh,
again for like the roll?
Oh, for the roll, it's stealth is the skill, but you can pick for your attributes to dodge out of the way, which is using dex, or you
I'm gonna
can use
reroll.
composure. You can use either a dex or composure.
I got more
Also-
composure than Dex.
Also, my thing says success, but that's just because I didn't put in a difficulty. I'm gonna do a reroll.
You put your composure in my dex. You put your dex in my
Oh,
composure.
I actually got 3.
No, unrelated. I
We didn't get
I don't know.
4, but
found a bug.
What
in my
was the
tab.
difficulty again, AC?
kind of bug.
4.
I don't know,
Okay.
but I killed it. But I felt it like pop in the tissue, and I felt really bad.
No.
All right.
Oh, thank
God.
Castle
Passed?
I did a pass.
Alright.
I passed too. Hold on, let me put in the roll.
If either Noir can,
9.
you know what?
Now, do I get a bonus for wearing a hat? Does my hat make me any less conspicuous?
I would say that if you do get caught, your hat would give you a bonus to a charisma check, so you could probably maybe see if you can talk them into being like, oh, I got a meeting, or trick them to be like, oh, I got a meeting, I'll get out of your way.
Such charmisma.
Okay, wait. So did anybody fail?
Noir did. And Noir is going to see if he can, Noir, I mean, I don't know if Noir wants to, but Noir can use his hat to see if he can charm the guy into being like, oh, I don't belong here, I need to
Can
go."
I act like I am the homeless person asking Arkham for money?
You can do that, and you can save Arkham's bacon by doing this. But you'll
Oh,
have...
sir. One question.
Oh,
Because I forgot. Is 5 a failure? I forget.
yes.
5 failures.
Yes.
Is a failure? Okay, I'm gonna have to use some willpower.
You can't, once again, you can use your tax.
What would the skill that I would be pushing with the charisma be?
That would be, subterfuge.
Well, here's the thing. If I act like a homeless person asking you for money, then you don't. Does Noir even have to re-roll?
I don't
Or
think
roll
so.
at all.
Kitty, do not press the power button on the search for. Oh, thank God.
All right. So I'm gonna go up to Arkham and say, "Sir, do you have any spare change?"
He's gonna start looking through his pockets, just sort of going a bit slow about it.
The masked figure just kind of looks and just kind of like breathes a sigh of relief as he sees that you guys are looking at each other and not him.
Does Arkham give him any cash?
He gives him $60.
Oh, thank you, sir. Sir, do you have spare change? As I go up to the guy in
Spare
the mask.
coochie.
Just a little, please.
You see,
I'm homeless.
he has like he's like reaching into a bag, but he's like, oh shit, oh, just wait. Now, how much did you roll for your charisma plus subterfuge diff 3? Wait. Actually, no. Let me double check.
Me or Bone?
Bone.
Oh, I didn't
Well,
know you were asking me to do
Yeah,
that.
actually, you said manipulation.
I already
right?
did. I already did the roll.
My eyes missed it. Oh, you succeeded. All right, so I'll have this be the roll where it's like, he's looking at you. He's like, he reaches in his bag, and he's like trying to reach through, and he grabs like a 10, and he's like, no, he grabs out and he pulls out like what appears to be a Benjamin Franklin on 100. He's like, oh shit. And he's trying to
And
look for a
AC,
money.
may I interrupt you while he's doing this? While he's distracted, I would like to take out my little doll thing for what is it? Repel the unnatural or something the unnatural to see if I can stun him.
Let me double check my.
It's either thwart the unnatural or.
Actually,
Okay,
don't I have
yeah,
like the little? Don't I have the little command thing on me
Repel
right
the
now?
The Eye of Ventru. It does have a blood charge.
But I think you have that. But also, I have a thing that is explicitly for paralyzing the unnatural.
Hmm.
He's
Although
got some voodoo doll.
I need to actually re-look up the rule on this thing though, because I haven't used it before.
Oh, do you want out, girl? Hang on, how I got I'm yelling in strange voices.
It sounds like you've got a second while AC lets his cat out.
Yeah,
see
I'm
if I
going
have
to the
second
wiki
cat
right
flow.
now. Okay, Edges, Under the Reckoning wiki,
Blunter the Blackening.
Thwart the Unnatural. Let's see here. Using an object of focus, the hunter is highly... Oh, that's the wrong thing. Is it repel the unnatural? By brandishing or otherwise using an object of focus, the hunter is able to repel supernatural creatures, result plus occult or science. Upon winning the edge test with a difficulty set by the storyteller, and then some extra details, the creature can be held back by the hunter as long as they remain stationary with their object of focus. When repelled, the creature cannot move closer or engage them in brawl, but they are able to defend themselves and use any of their other powers. Should the hunter move, they must make an edge test for each turn spent moving with the same difficulty as before. If they lose, repelling stops and cannot be used on the same creature again for the duration of the scene. All right. Do I have any of these?
Is that going to stop it from running away?
Okay. The creature can be held back by the hunter. What does that? Okay, I assume that means paralyzed. When
Held
repelled,
back,
the creature cannot move closer or engage them in brawl.
I think that's either. I think repel also means that they can like, they could run away because it's repelling them back.
Okay, can I consider it like briefly stunning him out of surprise, and then call the others to jump him?
You could probably do that, but you need to make your edge roll for this to work.
All right, I'm not gonna do it like dramatically. I'm just gonna kind of like take it out of my jacket and kind of like activate it. So let's see, resolve plus occult. Let me see here. What's the difficulty?
This would be like usually like a I would say a higher, but I'll say like around a 3 because you're up in the guy's face.
All right, let's see. My resolve is 3, and my occult is 3, so 6.
It does.
I succeed.
You hold him back.
All right, get him now! And I'm gonna also, you know what? No, I'm just gonna do that.
Eventually. Wait, no, I need a different kind of check. He's like, what the fuck?
Is everybody gonna jump it?
I guess.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to beat his ass then.
All right, start JoJo stomping this.
You all enter the fray, and he's like kind of like taken aback. Because Edwin's using the charge, Edwin is holding the repel. So, I would say Dr. Arkham was the closest to the alley. So, off of that, the turn order is going to go Arkham, Seven, Steph, then Zach. So Dr. Arkham gets the first swing.
Now, if I'm going to crack him with my cane, I've got my strength and I've got my melee. If I have a specialty in cane fighting, how does that translate numerically into such things?
You get another dice. You get another dice to roll. That's your specialty.
Huzzah! And what's the difficulty going to be to just clocking the crap out of this guy?
Probably a 2 for element of surprise.
Is that
That's at least 2 10s.
You fucking nail this dude, damn.
You hit the guy right in the face. You do your almost a baseball swing, and his glasses fly off, and he's like, and he just goes on the ground. You swear his feet leave the ground for a split second, but only you could tell that. Like, he is on the ground and his glasses are off. And he's covering his eyes.
Can I possibly like intimidate him to stay down by just like I don't want to shoot. I don't have a stake on me.
I thought we all had stakes.
Do we all have stakes?
Yeah, I
stake
think
him.
so.
I assume you did.
Cool, yeah. So just like kind of like wrestle him to the wrestle him while he's on the ground and then get him in the back, basically.
Strength. I will say
Back shots.
the wrestle him, the keep, for he's already on the ground, but to keep him on the ground, he's already on the ground, so the difficulty's lowered by 1. But to keep him there, it would be like a 5. He's a little tough.
So what if I just wanted to like stake him quickly, like while he's on the ground, rather than keeping him on the ground?
Like
with like no hesitation, just like stab in the back.
I would say still like a 5 because he's alarmed right now and his sunglasses at night are off.
Okay. Would that be well? Like if I'm just going for like the quick one, would that be like a dex check then, or would it be something else?
You could probably go for a. You still have to do the strength to actually like nail that thing into his chest.
If I may make a suggestion, I feel like it would be Dex for the sake of aiming.
I would say Dex will be aiming.
Because like a stake is still a sharp thing. Like that's gonna go through.
You know what? Here's how it's gonna work. You can make it Dex, however, you have to make a way lower difficulty strength in order to get it all the way in. But you can use Dex to aim it.
All right, I'll use dex to aim it then.
Dex to aim it. You still have to do a strength one after that, but it's at a reduced cost.
So then melee plus dex.
Yeah, diff 5.
All right. That gives me 7. So
It's gonna be really funny if this turns out it's actually a ghoul, and we just killed him. That's what we have backups for.
Oh, good. Thank God I worded that just right to get the stats that I'm good with. 10, 10, 9, 6, 3, 3, and then I believe this one's kind of faded. That's another 6. Okay.
By the grace of God, you stake that bitch.
Also, I think I figured out what like Thor the Unnatural is intended to be. I think it's supposed to be like holding up the cross, kind of shut up phone, kind of thing, where it's like, oh no, I hate it. I'm going to not go near that, as opposed to paralyzing them.
You take aim and you are swinging down, and this thing is about to hit you. You find the opening where he's not going to push you away, and you find, and it's going down, and you'll have to make a strength plus melee diff. I would say 3 because you already have aimed in position.
Cool. Yeah.
Sorry, we're jumping him in an alley, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 5. Well, let me make sure. Okay. Had to get rid of 1. I had 6 by accident. And pop.
You lunge it.
All right. 9, 6, 2, 1, and another 9. Thank fucking God. I couldn't see that last one. I was worried.
You lunge it into his like rib cage, and he goes, "Grr!" but as it's in his heart, he pushes you, and he goes to shove you with great strength, and you kind of like, you almost like kind of fly off of him, but the snake's still in his heart.
Oh God, he's a ghoul.
And he's moving. He's like, "That only works with vamps, you dumbass." He's not doing too hot though, but he is slowly getting up. Now 7, what are you gonna do in this chance, in this shot?
You know, it's really funny. I really think maybe using a gun's a bad idea right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May I, so question, may I make a suggestion, or should I, or would that be metagaming? Too much?
I mean, like, if you have a suggestion, go ahead and ask.
Yeah.
Threatening him with the overwhelming odds and the damage he's taken.
What checks would
Surrender.
that be?
Oh,
Casey?
intimidation? Oh, that would be, alrighty. So we're gonna go, that would be, okay, so here's the thing. You can change it depending on how you intimidate him. An outright intimidation would be, could be manipulation plus intimidation, but You can swap out the attribute, or depending on what you want to do. Or, if you threaten to shoot the gun, there is ruling saying that you could potentially use the firearm stat instead. It depends on how you want to go about this.
So 7.
So tell me how 7 would threaten this man, and that could change what you have to roll for.
Okay, so out of curiosity, where is he currently?
7, you've just entered the alleyway. You're a little bit farther, but you're not like, there's not really like there's not even like a whole lot of distance between you two. It's like, I would say there's like 10 feet of distance at most.
My thought process would be to, damn, I don't even know what would be really scary for a fucking ghoul.
I mean,
He might not even be a ghoul, but I mean, the thwart the unnatural thing. I don't know if that affects ghouls or not.
Because like the idea that I have is that maybe 7 would just run up and like put the gun next to his head.
Is this guy like limping?
He's slowly like getting up. Like it's taking him a minute to get off the ground. Like he's like shaking too.
I feel like this would be a low intimidation
This would be a low
difficulty.
You can either pick low intimidation plus manipulation, or because you're holding him at gunpoint, firearm plus manipulation for this instance.
What would be the difficulty for the firearm and manipulation?
Firearm and manipulation, 3.
How loyal is this guy to keeping secrets? Because he didn't sound particularly loyal.
Okay, if it's a difficulty 3, I might be able to pass it.
You know, actually, if I might, this is partially like a little bit of a suggestion for like a rule of cooling, because like, so like he just shoved me off of him, so I'm still relatively close. Joshy's probably either right behind me or on the opposite end of the guy. What if we both point our guns at his head?
Oh, steps on the ground and he's up top.
You both have to make a diff too.
I'd be fine with that. I got shit with firearms and spades. If you're okay with that, Joshy.
Yeah, fine. So we
Yeah.
both have to make a difficulty 2?
Yeah, difficulty 2, firearm plus manipulation. Diff
Oh
2.
hell yeah. Mhm.
I'm imagining the one Pulp Fiction poster with Sam Jackson and John Travolta aiming their pistols, but it's 7 and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I got that shit. 8, 7, 10, 10, 8, 9. Oh my god!
Oh man, I thought that was a real car, like outside, that I heard honking. I think that's just part of the soundtrack.
It's the ambience of New York. Now he's
It's the
looking
sounds of the city.
He's looking at you guys pulling your guns out, and you hear him muttering like, "Fuck, fuck," and 7's about to pull his gun out as well in this moment.
Better surrender.
I think you're shit out of options. Real out of options. Now what matters more, your loyalty or your life? You want to find out, and then you hear me like click the cylinder back.
Pull back the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I know you won't shoot it, but there's way too many there's too damn many of you.
I've had a bit of a change of heart recently, so that might not be as sure as you might think it
They
is.
can still hit you with it.
He sees the way 7 pulls out the gun, and he sees it. He's like, "I know you won't use it, but the way you're able to remove it from your holster tells me you guys ain't amateurs at firearms. There's so many of you. If you guys completely sucked and your buddies could, not looking too great." You see like blood like start to form in his mask.
Less logistics and more talking, come on.
And as you're looking at his eyes, they seem vaguely familiar to you guys. You think what you'll do to... I admit that I've lost this scenario. There's no way I can fight you all, but if you think that what you will do to me is worse than what he'll do to me. Think again.
All right, so I'm gonna are we like all surrounding this guy at this point?
Yeah, you're surrounding him at this
Can
rate.
Yeah.
can I like imagine I'm like behind him and I'm going to hear him say "think again" and can I immediately rush him? Because I don't know what that entails.
You can
Try
but
to grapple
but
him.
before you do, Zach has the opportunity to do something.
And
Or Zach.
I don't know, you guys.
Or Zach could be like, "Yeah, you guys got this," and hand it over
Yeah,
to
they-
Edwin if he wants.
Yeah, Ed's got this. I
I
don't
mean,
want too many cooks.
You probably have more strength than I do.
Wait, what do you want me to do?
Tackle him.
Tackle him.
You're both
Okay, I can do that. So what do I roll for tackle, strength, and
strength plus brawl difficulty
Oh.
2. It's
Wait, do you have bad brawl?
I got no brawl.
Oh,
but I got three
then I
strength.
can tackle him. Well,
But I
what's
got
your
3
dots?
strength. I got 3 strength.
Okay, I have 4. Like I have 2 strength and 2 brawl. So should I go? For
Yeah,
it?
you got a better chance at this.
All right.
me having a homebrewed system where it's like you can call in the player's absent characters to help you.
Mhm.
The absent player's characters.
What's the
Right?
difficulty? This guy's pretty rough
3.
looking.
2.
2.
Oh, the 2? Okay.
Yeah, this guy is not gonna.
All right,
He is on the ground.
I nail him.
And
All right, buddy.
as you see, you look into his eyes, and he still has the hood and the mask. He's like, bark.
I'm just kind of like grappling his arms behind him.
Uh,
Got him in a headlock.
he looks at you. He's like, fuck.
I'm using all the weight of Edwin's paunch on him.
No.
I kind of like lean down to him like, "Hey, listen. Sure, you might think that what we can do is nowhere near as bad as what your boss does, but
He's not
I mean,
here
you
right
know,
now.
he's not here. Number one, he's not here right now. Number two, we are surprisingly nice to people like you. Despite the circumstances, we can definitely keep him off your trail a little bit. Number three, I feel the need to exacerbate the point by saying that I'm the one who stuck the financier in the elevator shaft.
No, I'm going to interrupt her. I'm going to interrupt her.
Oh.
I
I'll
am
give you-
completely like blocking out what she just said.
I'll help you. Just don't take off my mask.
Why?
That's reasonable, right, guys?
I can do that. Any reason, but I'm fine with you keeping your privacy.
No, it's not my privacy anymore. But I can't let it. Like this, it can't come out.
All right, so what are you? And I'm going to like assume that I'm going to try to drag him over to the to like a corner of the alley, like a more private area. And I'm gonna also ask Zach and unless somebody else wants to do it, and Seven to head over to like the various entrance points of the alley and just keep a lookout.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was gonna do.
Unless you guys are feel like you guys want to be part of the interrogation, or feel somebody else
Yeah,
should
good.
look out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go keep lookout.
You look. As you're looking at this guy, his eyes feel strange.
Also, do we still have the amnesia guy around?
You still have him. He was just witnessing all of this.
All right, you're gonna need to do a lookout too. Go with Seven.
Alright.
Welcome to the team.
And you need more alky. He walks off. You, as he's looking at you, his eyes are giving the ghoul's eyes are giving you strange familiar. And I meant
did
that
you just confirm what he was?
I was literally about to say in 3 seconds. He's like, I heard you guys call me a ghoul, and I think you're familiar enough. Yeah, that's kind of my deal. Also,
Alright.
there's something weird about his eyes that you can't place.
I can't
is
play.
a
Do they look
dice-
like regular eyes?
They look familiar. It'll be an insight plus intelligence roll.
All right.
Difficulty 5. No, difficulty 6. Intel
Okay.
plus
Intel and insight. So I'd be a 4, so I would need to get a crit. Is it just me or is it Seth and
it's anybody
Arkham too?
who's like gotten a real close look at his face after Arkham whacked his glasses off after hitting him in the head real good.
I'm pretty high on that. Hold on.
That was at the very beginning of the encounter, so you all have seen his face. So anybody who gets a closer look at face,
What's the diff?
diff 6.
Oh, well, what are the modifiers for this?
Oh, yep, nope, that didn't look like shit. Yep.
Intelligence plus insight.
Okay.
Do you want to do a reroll, or are you happy with that?
I will need a crit for this. Well, I got a crit, but everything else is ass, so no, I'm not gonna bother.
You
look familiar. Something about you seems off. Do I know you?
no. You don't know me. It's part of the.
All right, I heard emphasis on the me. Fess up.
Once again, it's part of the mask. Can't take it off.
You're making me want to take it off.
Is the mask magic?
No. I mean, yes. Fuck.
Can I make a suggestion to Arkham to detect a lie if he's lying about it being not magic?
I mean, I'd say it seems pretty clear.
I think he's made his point pretty clear.
He's not very good at lying.
He wish
I
he
wasn't
thought of
sure. I wasn't sure if he was confused or if he was lying.
that. I mean, Noir. It's hard to be good at lying when you have been struck in the head really good with with a blunt object and then staked. Like this guy is looking rather rough. He's like, okay.
All right, buddy. Let's start with the obvious question, point of interest, because we've been looking around for some guy named Gary, and now is that you or is that Mr. Wallcrawler that we saw a little while ago?
I'm Gary.
Okay, that solves one issue. Unless you're lying. Actually, now you fucked up pretty early. You all fucked up earlier. You're not lying.
All right. So what's the information that we got from that moment from before the camera footage? I will also ask the people that aren't there because this is like me trying to remember actually what was said.
He talked to that the guy died in the elevator and that they were going to continue the election as planned and maybe use it as a platform to get more votes, but also they're going to need to ship an amount of something.
What are you shipping?
He goes silent. Blood. You fucking know. Blood.
Okay.
All right, cool. They're shipping blood. We know that now. Where's your lair?
He's silent.
I'm gonna take off the mask.
You see him dash his eyes towards the sewer grate for half a second though before you're gonna do that, and he's like, "I can't fucking tell you that, man. It's underground."
What are you doing with Langstrom?
I can only tell you that I work with him. I'm a ghoul of his. I can't say anything else.
All right, cool.
Trying to think. Okay, so question, because I feel like Ed would have more to say than Bone does. Does anybody have question? If it's okay for this level of metagaming, does anybody from the Peanut Gallery here have a question that should be said to this guy?
I mean, yeah, we can all ask him questions.
Well, Zach and Seven are guarding the alley.
So I wanna suggest war crimes if you guys are willing to listen.
All right, so
I have
Ed might not agree.
I have established that I have the capacity to create remote detonated explosives.
I mean, do you want? I mean, if you want to threaten this guy, you probably just threaten to take off the mask. Like, ask him a question before making a threat.
I think I know the exact plan that Justin has out. I think I know it verbatim because if I'm right, it feels like something I would do.
What? Okay, tell. Like, what do
All
you
right,
want to
so
do?
fairly straightforward, quick and easy, no problem. I make a small bomb, implant it in the base of his neck, threaten to explode it if he doesn't feed us information, and then he gives us a secure line of some kind to contact him with, and then we send him on his merry way.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
I was
I have
thinking
a.
something else.
What were you
Yeah, I was
thinking?
thinking something else. Yeah.
I was thinking that this might give you an idea, though.
But is that a bad thing?
You know what? I'll just say it. I thought you were going to be like, I'm gonna put this thing on you. We're not gonna detonate until you talk, and you're just gonna wait for him to go to the lair and then detonate it. I thought you were gonna
just
turn
the
this
pocket
No, I don't care about the lair. I just need like actual info about Langstrom. That's the whole thing.
Ask him first before just trying to take off the mask. He seems very terrified of that.
All right, fine. We'll start with the easier of the two potential solutions. All right. So, we need a decent amount of information about, at the very least, where Langstrom is going to be.
I mean, if you check, I mean, he's gonna be doing speeches.
No. That's not what I mean. Like, when can we get a private interaction with Langstrom? And I know what you're gonna say. That's impossible. That can't be done. But we need one of those.
You'll never find it up here. I'll just say that. You're never gonna get a private meeting up here, when you can see the sky. Not in a million years.
Down there.
Maybe
All
we
right,
can
so
get
he's
one if we-
underground.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that.
All right, so I'm pretty sure he's underground.
Also, here's the thing. Edwin might know how to interrogate people. Bone is bad at thinking of stuff on the spot. So if you have more questions, go nuts.
Well, if I could ask a follow-up, how often are you alone with the guy, or with a group of constituents? I guess you could say.
Well, only me and the other ghouls meet him for rendezvous. We're very
Other
essential.
ghouls.
We're essential to his stuff, his plans, his elections. We manage stuff. All that.
And when's that normally? Obviously, this isn't gonna do us much good, but I mean, this will give us like a general time frame.
Around night, when he's active. We all go down. We have to take a vague path. A path that, I can't tell you. It's a part of the mask. But
Well, maybe you could tell me if I do, and I just kind of like start like reaching my hand towards his ear, where like the mask is being held up to. I mean, hey, maybe there's a little mask on maybe there's a little map on the inside of this mask. Maybe that's why it's so important, huh?
I'm not that stupid. But I'll tell you more information if you don't touch it.
All right. You're gonna have to do a little bit more than you have to do a little bit better than the underground.
I handle the bribes. There's another ghoul, Johnny Boy. He handles any scandals, and then there's Bob. Bob's always a good talker.
Now, you see, that's the thing. This is all fantastic external information, but like I said, we need to find the guy at a point where it's the most convenient for us. You're really good in talking around the point, Mask Boy.
The steak ain't making me look too good.
Oh, I figured that we took that out.
Oh, it's like the bleeding kind of sucks. You know what?
Yeah, can I do like a medical check to like stabilize this dude?
You can.
I just lean over to someone like, I could put something worse in him if you want.
You can
All right,
kill me, but I'm never fastening that up.
What would I roll? Like wits, resolve.
Medicine plus either wits or intelligence.
All right, I am. Man, I forgot how big my wits are. All right. Okay, so that would be
Diff
6 medicine diff.
Diff 4. He's as he's like kind of unsafe, it's like, if you, I can't tell you a lot,
I'm gonna re-roll that.
and I apologize, but you can't take this mask off.
Jesus, I rolled awful. All right, so he like I'm trying to like find a way to patch him up, but it's just not gonna happen.
He's like, if you remove my mask or try to, I can. I'll reach in the wound and I'll end it myself.
Good point. Restrain his hands.
All right, I'm gonna grab his hands.
Their hands are already restrained. He's
Any other?
Yeah, help me out with this.
Mm-hmm.
so. He looks at you and he's like,
You know, we have a source of blood for you.
"You do?
Yeah, Toriator.
How the fuck do you know that name?"
How do I know a lot of things? How do I know you're cool? What do you think? I learned things.
You know, I think about it, and you will easily defeat me. You already have, and some of the other ghouls, I think you guys will have an easy time. But the man himself, you know what? I don't know if you'll ever have hope of actually getting a shot at the man himself.
What generate?
Okay, I'm actually unsure how. Okay, wait. Question.
Take
AC,
off the. You know
AC
what?
question.
What?
Question though. How much would Ed actually like? Can I just start rambling off all like any word that Bone knows with his specialty in vampires, or like do I have to actually roll to see what Ed knows?
You
Like,
probably have
does
to roll what
he
Ed
know-
knows.
Like if I
Occult.
ask about generations?
That you have to make an occult roll. And even people who don't know much about the world of darkness and they roll the high occult rolls, I would inform them because their character knows and they make.
You know,
the roll.
I'll actually to avoid the time on the call.
How strong is Langstrom?
I was wanting to avoid this. Take off my mask.
All right.
You take off.
Unless Steph wants to stop me.
I mean, yeah, you're the no. I mean, you're the one holding his hands back. I'll do it here.
You take off the mask, and underneath the hood, you see something flabbergasting. You realize why those eyes were so damn familiar. Because underneath that hood is a fucking shocking sight.
Okay.
Huh?
You know what? That is a good twist. That is a fucking good twist.
What the
Are you
fuck?
fucking kidding me?
Now you're gonna need to explain this.
Actually, wait, yeah, Seven's on
I-
standby.
I didn't lie.
Look like him.
All right, so
Okay.
Langstrom turns out to not be Langstrom. Langstrom probably another guy. Am I getting that right?
You're gonna hear Seven walk in from
You're his
keeping
twin brother.
keeping a lookout in because he heard you guys yell, "What the fuck?"
All right,
Like,
there's two
okay, guys,
Langstroms, I forgot.
what the hell is going on? And then Seven just looks
Zach's
over
gonna
and
do the
sees.
exact same thing.
And
Seth
Seven's
was
like,
right. He has a twin brother.
oh.
No. I didn't lie. My name is Gary. This is the only thing about me I was allowed to keep.
He can face sculpt you or something along those lines. So what? Are
Yeah.
all your ghouls him, or are all his ghouls looking like him?
I am Alfarius.
He looks off into the distance, silent.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Okay, great. So now we're not gonna have any idea who the fuck Langstrom is, because all of his little buddies look like him.
Fun fact, the Gary portrait was painted and drawn over a flipped version of this portrait.
Yeah,
That's a good. AC, I want to say that's
saw
a
that.
fantastic twist.
I saw that. I wanted to guess it, but I wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you were under suspicion.
I did think his face looked
Yeah.
a bit familiar, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't. It didn't occur to me at all.
I'll
It didn't
flash.
either for
I'll
me.
flash Gary really quickly before she.
Oh, I can see it now. It's like it didn't occur to me at all before.
It didn't occur to me to either, but I do see the similarities.
Do you
Yeah, I
have
see.
something under
I
his-
saw it too.
Do you have eyes underneath his glasses, or am I
No,
crazy?
I
Okay, then
didn't-
that's just part of the paint texture.
If you notice, he even has the same neck shadow.
That's pretty
Uh,
cool.
All right, so have you ever been Langstrom in his place?
Well, when he takes generous donations from his sponsors, I'm George Langstrom.
Does anybody else know this?
Only the other ghouls.
So that freak you were with, that guy doesn't know.
Well, Rodent knows. The other ghouls, Rodent, and possibly one other, but I don't. But that was only a wild guess.
Wait, was that mask actually magic then?
No, the mask was to conceal my face.
The mask hides that he looks like
Okay, so it was
George
lying about it
Langstrom.
being mag.
It was. I wish I thought of calling it magic. I would have done so if it occurred to me, but no, it's not magic.
Okay, so I need to derail this temporarily because I'm not gonna do this, but I have a complete and total like evil max idea at this point.
All right,
because-
run it by the group first.
Just no, like we're not gonna do this. My main thought was that I already suggested the whole like remote detonation thing. What if we just completely dismantled his political career by blowing up a guy who looks just like him in a very public setting?
That'd be real.
That would make him more votable. You know that. 'Cause he'll
No,
come
no,
back.
he'd be
That's also
dead.
the- Well, yeah, but they have a lot of George Langstroms lying around. If he shows
I know,
back
but-
up, then he's a survivor.
Not if it's public. Not if it's
No,
like
but,
he
like, if
explodes.
he's like obliterated, like literally like chunks. Like
Like, we
how could you possibly
traumatize the
survive
children
that?
on TV.
Yeah, traumatize the children.
Just have an entire upper half of his body gone.
Me
Just like
describing, and the kids didn't enjoy their brand new seats in the splash zone.
I'm saying
almost-
that we're not doing this. But, like, that
I'm
would throw,
kind of.
like,
I
the
feel like
most-
Virgil would be on board with that. If I was Virgil, I would encourage that.
Like I need to emphasize, this is not a good strategy. I don't think that
I
we
think it's a
should do
great
this.
strategy.
Also,
I
Gar-
really think it's not a great strategy.
Also,
In
I
fact, it
need,
might
I need
make
you
him
guys
more
to
of a
know
martyr.
something about why this would fall apart. Gary says he's only there for the back alley deals and the generous donations.
So we make him go out in public.
Does he have a wallet?
What, like the next twin of Langstrom shows up? It's like, I'm gonna take over the political
He-
career.
I
Okay, to
mean,
be
that
fair, this
literally
looks like
happened
a-
with George. Remember the first time you guys went to New York?
There's only so
Yeah.
many times it can happen.
Like,
There's
Okay,
only
so
so many
I'm
times
not
he can
gonna front,
rebrand
this-
himself.
I'm not gonna front. This feels like a very Billy Butcher-esque fucking plan.
I don't know what that means. Is that
Look-
Breaking Bad?
wait,
No,
I
that's
missed it.
the
The
boys.
boys.
Oh.
Billy
Look,
Butcher.
give Steph
Yeah,
give
I'm
Steph
not
enough
gonna
time,
say
she'll
we
fucking
should
put
do
a
it.
bomb in Arasaka Tower.
I'm not going to say we should do that. I will say, put a pin in that and remember it.
Put a pin in
Oh.
it, you say, huh?
Yeah.
me preparing the pin activated chest
Oh,
bursting explosive device. Langstrom's mysterious bomb-shaped throat.
Yeah, George Langstrom showed up at a coffee shop one time and just exploded. It was
Killing
crazy.
everybody in it.
It was a very contained explosion.
see-
Oh my god.
We turn the drone into like one of those fucking suicide drones and just have it like kamikaze into him.
As he's
Let's go.
Oh my god, George Langstrom was assassinated. Okay, so back to this.
All right. So,
Where were we?
he talked about how he does the back alley deals, and he's like, well, you can remember what I talked about earlier, and you can probably put 2 and 2 together with what I had said, with about the other ghouls.
Here, I'm gonna call Shadow Justice to see how he's doing.
Can you say how many other ghouls there are?
I can't. If that much, I will, I know I'm already a dead man walking, but that it's complicated. It's you. You gotta call Shadow Justice. Shadow Justice like, I almost got the. He's like, slippy little bastard. And this might take me a minute. Die by my hand. You hear like the.
Wait, what'd he say?
That's Rodent shouting over the phone call with Shadow
No,
Justice.
what'd he say? Something about the hand? I didn't understand what he said.
He will be apprehended by his hand.
Okay.
And as that goes on call, Gary looks at you. He's like, "Oh, I'm so fucked."
Not inherently.
And so, should we just put a bag over his head and capture him? I was gonna suggest that we I was gonna suggest that we wait for Shadow Justice to come and see if Shadow Justice has this Shadow Justice cave that he could put these guys
His
in.
man cave.
You know, that's what Batman does, right?
I mean, he has done it. He has taken prisoner villains before. I remember he did that to the Joker in the Batman versus Dracula.
Batman 2004.
The one with the monkey Joker.
The
Monkey Joker?
Wait, did you ever see The Batman?
A couple episodes.
So did you ever see the Joker from The Batman?
Yeah,
Let's see.
He's very acrobatic. Like he's like a monkey. I think he even is hunched over on all fours sometimes, if I remember correctly, or that just may be his long sleeves.
So Gary.
Oh yeah, I forgot how good this Joker was.
Gary talked, and he's like, "So, remember? Didn't you guys even question once that you're going after a vampire who has meetings and speeches in broad daylight?"
I thought it was at night or in the morning.
Well, the first meeting was at night. The second one is in the afternoon. Is during dusk. 11 a.m. Remember?
Oh, was it 11 a.m.? I thought he was specifically a dude that did everything either in the dark of the morning or in the dark of the night. All right, I might have misunderstood.
He does the dark of the morning, but dark of the night. But sometimes he will have meetings broad daylight. I will say I did kind of make him have his speech at night to throw people off on purpose.
Anyway, that is what Edwin thought, and he shall relay him.
I didn't know he did morning things. I thought everything he did was in the dark.
Yeah, well, if he did, he'd be rather suspicious. Hell, some of his kind don't even know what he is.
Really? They haven't tried to get nosy with him?
A couple.
You guys very hierarchical.
A couple have had their theories. However,
So he's not affiliated with a larger vampiric organization.
He was under a long time ago. He eventually, well, I guess the only thing I could really know is apparently his master was, and his master croaked, and he slipped away. And most vampires think he went missing. Only a couple of speak like the man actually exists.
I'm gonna take Steph aside. And wait, no, is Steph holding him down? No, Nora's holding.
You're
Arkham's
holding
him
him
down. Me and him. All right. I'm gonna take Steph aside and just say, "Stay there," to this guy, and suggest,
"Hey, should we get this guy? Should we see if we can get our vampire friends to blackmail this dude? While also trying to keep him safe as insurance. Right now, that Virgil guy, wants to take out Langstrom too. We might not need to kill this guy.
Did you let him? Did you let him go, or is someone else holding him?
I said to
I'm holding him.
yeah, I'm like taking
Uh,
Steph aside to plan with her, and I said stay right there to this guy, and I'm doing whispers to Steph.
As he does, there's a brief jolt in him, and I'm going to require a strength plus brawl to kind of hold him there.
Oh, good.
Difficulty
May I
5 because he's like starting to like kind of like bolt out.
May I make also like a perception thing to like
Suspend
notice
power.
and then try to threaten him?
That's a lot better.
Oh, do I not need to?
You get a critical.
I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
Right as he's about to, you grab him and you restrain him perfectly. He's not going anywhere. No.
Look, calm down. We might be able to help you. Hey, so Steph, about that. What do you think?
Stay down, Langstrom Jr.
Eh.
Huh? Sorry, I zoned out for a bit. What
All right,
did you say?
so you have that Virgil guy. He seems to have
Mhm.
friends in the Vampire Society shit. Perhaps they can blackmail this guy into working with them, but also keep him safe. We might not need to kill him.
Okay.
All right, cool. Hey, we have some people that might be able to use you. Keep you safe.
Fucking like just thinking like, oh no, yeah, sure, that's a great idea. The other side of Brain's just the fucking like just a compilation of Johnny Silverhand based moments.
Every time I ask you guys like about vampires, I keep on expecting there to be a fight. No, sure, let's work with the vampire.
No, yeah, I mean like I don't really like Virgil, but it makes sense. He's got connections. He can work with stuff.
All
We're
right.
not really worried about them, you know. We're worried about the guy who's currently running for the
now.
mayor of New York City.
We aren't worried about them for now. All right, so
All right, we might be able to help you out. Keep you safe. A kind of witness protection thing, kind of, maybe, something like that.
There's. I'd really.
All right, cool for your. I'm glad to see you're on board.
all right, so
if you're
do
a-
we have
You do.
do we have like a bag we can put over this guy's head? Do we have anything we can blindfold this guy with?
His mask.
I don't know if that's gonna work. Here, what do we have? Do we have any like a coat or something? Can we like put a coat over him?
There's his jacket, there's like the thing, but as you're looking, so as you're looking for something, you do see that his foot is kind of tapping.
What you doing? What? I noticed that. What you doing there?
Sorry, my foot taps when it's nervous.
Cool. We're gonna get you some blood. We're gonna get you fixed up, and we're gonna help you out.
Yeah, this
Great.
feels a little
Safe.
too fucked
We're
up.
going to help you. All right. Calm down.
Uh,
Calm down. Listen to the sound of my voice. Do you need a cigarette?
You hear like, probably. You hear a tap 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 tap.
Hey, wait a minute. That's rhythmic. He's doing something.
All right. I see you doing something.
I'm gonna like stomp on his foot.
Come on.
I got the.
Come on. You can live. You can still live.
You know, you didn't have to do that. I got out what I needed to.
Well, then I'll do it again.
I'm gonna stomp.
And
What message are you trying to send?
3 letters.
SOS.
He kind of like nods.
Do you know of who Shadow Justice is?
Oh. Is that costume
Cool.
freak's real? You hear. You hear the sound. You hear a weird sound. You almost the sound of metal scraping against concrete a little.
I think we're in trouble.
The
right,
manhole is slowly opening. It is sliding.
Hey, how do you feel about?
Okay, so I know what the masquerade is, right? Before anything happens, as this is happening, do I know what the masquerade is, or do I need to roll for that?
Wait, actually, you should. Actually, I would say, what's your cult at?
My occult is 3, with a
That's
specialization in vampires.
That's enough. I would say 3
Hey.
occults is a no master.
How much do masquerade breaches mean to you?
Had a lot when they're about to get fixed.
Take firing positions.
What?
You see something come out of the manhole. There are tendrils. Like a weird.
All right, get
fleshy
out your blade and fire.
Like blade? I don't have my sword with me.
Wait, why do you
Now,
have your sword
are
with
they
you?
more
I
like
thought you always-
tentacles or are they more like vines?
They're like tentacles, but they look like they almost have like human skin on them.
Oh, you're so getting
Gross.
turned into an IED after this.
No, we can still use them.
Oh,
Grab
yeah,
him.
you do.
Call Malcolm.
Love it much better.
Right when you
Alright.
do, you see one of it grabs his ankle,
Oh,
and
but
he's like, ah! And if you want to pull him away, it is a strength plus brawl diff 5 to get up the kind of grab him and out wrestle the tendril.
Wait,
Tiny
okay, so
tendril.
how close are we to this manhole?
You're
Like, how far did this thing have to extend?
you're like 10
I
feet
thought-
away from it, but the tendril still grabs him.
The tendril grabs Hoodie Man,
Gary.
Alright.
the other Mr. Langstrom.
Yeah, the guy who had the hood that you unmasked
Yeah.
is Gary.
What's the diff on keeping hold of him?
Brawl plus strength diff 5.
Can we reduce the diff if we all go for a grab?
Yes, you can.
All right.
Is Zach with us right now?
Yes.
Zach, Robert, why don't you have the sword? I thought you always had it in like the bag, concealed.
Yeah, but it was really heavy, and I only have my cameras.
It's like
Actually,
wait,
no.
it's like 10 pounds. Like a sword isn't that heavy.
Oh, yeah, good point.
And also, we just came from the bus.
you came from the bus.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, I
I
would
can
have my
bring
sword on me at this point. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna try slicing
The
the.
webs.
I'm gonna try slicing the.
Yeah, that did do it.
All right, here I'm gonna
What
go
would I
for
do?
the grab.
What would
So-
I need to roll? Strength melee.
Strength
Yes, you-
melee, you're the more of the your sword's more of the larger sword, so you're the whole strength. You have a strength sword, right?
Yeah, it's leaning more towards strength than dex.
All right, so
Clay more or clay less?
you take your sword, you make your strength plus melee. Diff, I would say diff 3 to cut the one grabbing him because it's a little
Yeah.
bit tinier than the others, but it's longer.
How much to grab this guy? What the attribute and thing?
Strength brawl diff 5.
All right, I only got 2 successes. I'm gonna re-roll.
Wait, isn't it
No,
diff
we-
4 because we're all grabbing him?
Oh, it's actually you're all grabbing them. It's a diff 4 if everyone's going in and Zach's cutting at it.
I got a failure even with the 10. I'm
Now
gonna
we're
do
talking.
another re. Oh wait, did Zach cut him?
Yeah, I re-rolled and spent a willpower. I got a 10, a 6, an 8, and a 7.
Okay, wait.
And a 2.
Do I need to make the grab at any in that case, or is it like he slipped out, but then the tendril got cut? How are we writing this?
The decapitation, not the decapitation. I don't know why I thought that.
Dismemberment.
The dismemberment of the tendril just slices, and you hear flesh tearing, and the tendril is on. So you guys kind of fall back because you don't need to grab him. And the tendril.
I mean, I'm still gonna go for a grab
No.
to abduct this
I
guy.
meant to say you don't have to pull him away from it.
From the tent.
The tentacle.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna quickly try to grab him, just in general, to get him away from it.
It would be a strength diff. It was strength plus brawl diff 3 if all of you are carrying this guy out of the alley.
All right. I assume everybody else is. Steph,
Yeah.
Arkham, Zach, Joshy. The 7.
Yep.
Diff 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna say
Somebody get Malcolm to drive over here. We're abducting a guy.
I'll go. Seven says.
I'm gonna put my jacket over his eyes. You know what? I'm not gonna say Malcolm's name.
Call the driver.
Yeah, on that.
So I'm assuming we're keeping the tentacle thing at bay, right? Or are we like running away from it?
We're getting out of
You guys are getting the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody hold his mouth. Silence him.
You guys are going through some alleyways with him. However, you do see that nearby, you can see a road in the distance. If you make it all the way there carrying him, you'll be in public sight, which could be a bad thing, which is why the boss is coming.
Do any of us have Molotovs on us right now?
Well, let me double check my reserves, but I'm pretty sure I'm out. I do got the flamethrower though.
That would probably be even better.
Yeah, no. So I described. Actually, no. I do actually have one Molotov, but yeah, no.
I feel like the flamethrower would be better.
So I will say, like actually, almost over a month ago at this point, I messaged AC to this. He never commented on it, so I'm assuming it's okay. On the way to New York, Steph is going to go full Dead Rising 2 and convert the flamethrower into an underbarrel attachment for the shotgun. Also going to attach a bar over the top of it, so that way I can pump it without having to hold the underside of the barrel. So you just see me pull that out of nowhere.
Should I assume we just all have duffel bags on us at all times?
Pretty much, yeah.
I do.
Because
we all have a payload.
Mm-hmm.
You pull
Sorry, a
out
loadout.
You pull out the weapon, the shotgun, and the tentacles are like kind of looking.
I kind of imagine we are just with this guy kind of like at the edge of the alley. How far is Malcolm? Is he like just outside of range?
He's coming in. He's about to be at like the street at the end of the alley.
All right. While Steph is trying to hold at bay, I'm gonna ask.
Didn't I 7 went to go get him, or did we?
Yeah,
just
you guys
contact
went to
him?
go.
We all got him. We're all holding him.
No,
we're,
7 went to go get Malcolm, and and Zach also called. So when 7 goes to contact Malcolm, Malcolm's like, "Is it about the call?" From Zach.
Oh, I didn't know Josh. I didn't know 7 left.
All right. 7 kind of instructs Malcolm like where to drive from there, and it's kind of like going down the street to get there.
I thought 7 was like still with us. Did he leave?
Yeah, 7 went to go get Malcolm. I thought.
No, did in fact
Everyone
leave
to
to
go
go
get
get Malcolm. Also, he's gonna pick up an M16 and some Molotov cocktails.
From the compartments. And so I was like, "Oh, that bad, huh?"
So
There we go.
Oh, music's back.
The audio also cut out
ahead.
briefly as well. Oh boy.
Oh, wait. Oh, are we cool? Okay, you
Yeah,
we're
we're
good
good.
now.
We're good.
Awesome. All right. So
Is the stream so good?
yeah, stream's so good. Stream's perfect.
Alright.
OBS is picking me up. So it's like drifting, and eventually, the vehicle gets there, and before 7 can exit out, you guys are farther away from the manhole. But through the darkness, there is still like tentacles kind of like following you, kinda. You can't tell where they're coming from at this point, other than
Wait,
the
are they
direction.
not coming from the manhole?
They're coming from the direction of the manhole. But you
Alright,
guys are.
how
I've-
fast
They
are
are
they?
now.
Are they
they're-
like creeping?
It's creeping.
Time for some fucking roasty octopus. Just gonna see like this, like just the flamethrower kick on.
You go to shoot the flamethrower. I will say firearm plus composure diff 2 to like kind of like mechanically like make sure the things work, the test
Yeah.
drive it.
All right, cool. Firearm plus composure. No, yeah, that's what's the difficulty for that?
Yeah, I'll say 3, and this is like the test your machination to see.
I'm gonna let you know right now. Firearms plus composure is 7 dice. So if I fail this, it's gonna be really embarrassing.
What's the diff? 3?
3. Yeah, no, my machinations are, dare I say, far more successful than anticipated.
I
'Cause
feel
that's
like
a 10,
if you failed,
a 10, a 9, a 1, another 7, and a 4.
I feel like if you failed this, it should be like a critical failure and you just hold the flamethrower the wrong way and you set yourself on fire.
Oh god.
Stop, drop, and roll.
And then the underbarrel sparks at first, but then a stream of fire spews out, working as intended at the abomination, and the tentacles go back, and they go back into the alley, but they're moving, like, as they're going back, they're like whipping around really fast, and you hear this what sounds like the screams of like both of like several men and women as the tentacles are on fire. Like,
Oh. I think I've heard stories about these fucking things.
But what are they?
I mean, I'm
do
guessing
they
it's some kind of weird little amalgamate.
Let me ask, does it seem familiar to the crew that was inside of the dream?
the crew that was inside of the dream, it's vaguely, it feels vaguely
I feel
similar.
deja vu.
They could tell it's a different kind, but they could tell it's of a similar nature.
Jack just remembers witnessing something grabbing someone from a sewer grate.
Also, at some point, probably in the post-stream talk, we should show what that monster was from Session 0.
Or you vaguely recall a creature of some sorts, and you can't remember everything, but a cacophony of vague flashbacks enters your minds.
That works too.
And as you do, you see that the man before you, the ghoul, is like, "Oh, we're so fucked now."
I don't need your pessimism right now, bitch.
Don't worry, we're gonna help you.
You're gonna be okay. And he's gonna give light slaps to his cheek in an affectionate manner.
Ow!
In like a bromance manner, not
it's
in
Like a gentle plat.
Hey, the
Yes.
door,
In the New York way.
and then the bus doors are open. Seven's able to out, and everyone's like, "Get in!"
Alright, we're gonna rush this guy in, and we're gonna book it.
And as
Later, nerd. Just gonna
Hello,
peel
Malcolm.
out.
We're going to be using your bus as a kidnapping vehicle.
Again?
y'all,
We haven't done that already.
You've done this before?
you all go in. The bus doors close, and you drive off.
Well, actually, I feel like Ed would go,
Of course we are. Why else would you have the bus? Got for transportation?
Eventually, the intensity as you're driving off is still in the air. People are starting to investigate the source of the screams, but you're seeing them investigate it from like the back window of the bus as you're going away.
As it drives away.
Not my fucking problem.
You hear, and then there's someone in the bus that was like just holding his head. The mystery drunk man.
How'd you?
wait, I thought.
I lose track of you. How do you keep following us?
I mean, he was with. He was with Seven.
I saw. I remembered something from my training. If
Your training?
if
Oh, wait, let him talk. Let him talk.
if people are running, if a group of people are running, and if armed people are running, it's best that you keep up. I think.
Noted.
Cool. I also write that in the notes.
Malcolm. They can't just pick up every sorry drunk you find off the streets, you know.
Well, you know what? We found something better.
I'm gonna like uncover his face in a way that's not going to reveal where we are.
We got a bonus bitch.
It's George Langstrom.
What the
except
fuck?
It's not.
And then I'm gonna cover his face back up.
It
He's
seems
Langstrom
that
adjacent.
Langstrom has a bunch of ghouls that all resemble him.
Oh.
You know what
Presumably,
kind of
this is how he works during the day.
you know what kind of vampire can do that, Malcolm?
I don't
Oh, yeah, go on.
specialize in vampires. I specialize, well, mainly in my own and government forces and what's not.
It's time.
Government forces.
You'll hear about that one later. Maybe. I don't know.
Cool.
Anyway, I am also going to do a dice check to see if what my own character name. I forgot my own character name. Ed knows what a Zamishi is. All right.
That'd be a diff 4 occult plus, actually a diff 5 occult plus intelligence.
Assuming that it's even a Zamishi, I'm gonna roll to see if I know what could possibly do this. All right, occult plus intelligence. Is that it?
Intent.
Intelligence.
All right, I got a 5, and you said diff 4.
I
Or
said
diff
diff
5.
5.
I have failed. No.
You,
I'm not gonna reroll that.
you vaguely know a couple things.
I got near.
Think of some vampires, changeling, maybe some weird, like, werewolf abomination created by the werewolf's mortal enemies. Multiple answers come into your head, but you can't exactly decide on one.
What about you, Bookman? Do you know?
As he looks at Arkham.
About what?
Actually, we can just ask him. What kind of vampire can do this? Who did this to you?
Really? Hold
Sorry.
on. You're still keeping your mouth shut. You were about to get burned. He was gonna kill you, like flat out. Did you think you were gonna make it out of that situation alive? People saw
No.
your face.
Samishi.
Thank
what
you.
Cool.
He said Zamishi. What does that mean?
Vampires that can manipulate the flesh, the matter, as
Ooh,
if it
sounds
was a
cool.
canvas. Some of them
You know,
are
I don't
the-
even know why I'm shocked at this point, Steph.
See,
Have you-
whenever
have you-
you're nice to them, they tell you stuff.
I have a movie question. Have any of you seen a Clive Barker film or a
Is this
Cronenberg
him or
movie?
you?
This is him.
I watched The Thing.
that.
Oh, plenty
That
of
count?
them.
They can do that to people.
Oh, I don't like
Oh,
that.
Oh, that's not
God.
good.
They
I
can,
don't like that at all.
Some of them
I've
will
read shit
even
like that before.
make furniture and chandeliers out of living people while keeping them alive
It's
too.
like that Ito story.
What?
They even.
Wow.
I remember reading a romp.
However, just one thing that I think that I'd uncovered on my own that he didn't tell me that I think you all should know.
What?
There's a myth that vampires can't enter places without permission. He seems like he's almost weakened if he enters without permission, and he's the only type I've seen who's like that.
Huh.
Wait, is this a homebrew thing?
No, Zamishi have a fucking Bane weakness where they need to have permission to enter.
That's really
that's cool.
funny.
It's Zamishi exclusively.
What was Dracula like in the
Zamishi.
world of okay, I was wondering like is that a Dracula thing?
Yeah, they also like Zamishi are the closest to having typical like
Vampire weaknesses.
vampire stuff.
Or they
Yo,
took crosses?
Gotcha! Oh, let's go!
All right, I'm gonna call your friend.
And then I'm going to call Virgil.
Like, hey, we might have got a new recruit for you.
Oh really? I don't even remember how I talk like Virgil. I think it was just my own voice or something. Oh really? Where can we meet up? And we're gonna just probably find some rendezvous. And I'm gonna tell the others while in a way that won't be heard by phone.
So we probably shouldn't tell the Shadow Justice about these guys. He might try to hit us badly. with the full
Hey, speaking of
force
Shadow
his
Justice,
big
how's his
fist.
shit going? We did send him against the spider.
I think he's
Ro-
getting
The
it.
rodent.
Rodent.
You know, my
The
hand's
rodent.
against like the speaker right now, so we're looking at me. All right, and so I guess we're gonna just meet up with him.
I guess.
You
Are we meeting up with Virgil first, or are we meeting up with Shadow Justice first? Should
I
we
imagine
call
Virgil
Shadow
probably needs
Justice?
some time to like get over here.
call Shadow Justice or to meet up with him. But as you do, he's like, Gary. It's the only thing I was allowed to keep. Gary.
Your name, I'm guessing.
My first name. Not even my last.
Do you recognize that guy over there?
Do you know your last
I'm
name?
gonna point to the drunk guy, or not drunk.
I'm-
I don't even know if he's drunk.
I think that part of me was overwritten. I only know
Oh.
of my first name.
As hard as I've been on you, I know what it's like to feel like a kind of, I guess, a disassociation from who you used to be. So, let me give you a little bit of advice. Make up a new one. Like, just straight up. Right now.
Wait, you mean to tell
It
me
doesn't
that
even
Steph
need to,
isn't
like,
even your
make
real
any
name?
sense.
But what if he likes his name, Gary?
No, not Gary, like the last name. Yeah, like Gary Thunderbolt, you know? Like, do something stupid.
new
Yeah, I have an idea. Gary Bangstrom.
Too close. Hey, drunk over there, do you have an idea? What's your last name? I don't even know my first, man. Ugh.
He
Don't
got
ask him for
flashed by a
ideas.
weird Men in Black doohickey. What did that happen to you?
No, I think he surgically took out the memories.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Uh,
Oh, by the way, we should
I know
probably heal this guy.
I'm gonna go to the basement. I'm gonna uncontort. What's his name? Smith.
Hi, Smith,
Actually,
bye,
is Smith contorted right now? Did we just restake him, or is he just hanging out on the bus?
I don't remember you guys restaking him after that. I think you just shoved him. I think he just went into the item box during the day. And
It's like
contorted
a
himself.
coffin.
Yeah. It's like
Okay,
it's like
is he just hanging out then right now?
Yeah.
Also,
Love
hi, Jerry. Hey. All right, cool, Jerry.
Jerry being flabbergasted for a brief moment. He's like, we'll explain later. And then, like Smith comes out. He's like,
Smith, we need you to blood.
Wait, do I know what a blood bond is?
you don't know it by name. You know what it
Alright.
is.
All right.
We need you to
Smith,
get this guy addicted.
We need you to hypnotize this guy with your juicy essence.
Oh,
Why do you
God.
gotta make
Why
everything sound
why do you have
vaguely
to be
disgusting?
weird?
Why do you have to think
How
about
did
it
you
that
manage
way?
to
I'm
sound more
being
sexual
serious.
than me? Like that's crazy actually. Oh my
Smith-
god.
I didn't think it sounded sexual. It
Smith-
just sounds vaguely disgusting.
Smith
I'm
walks
a
up.
very
no.
poetic person.
Wait, this
I
guy's
don't think you are.
Wait, this guy's a vampire, isn't he?
No,
in
it's
the
a
back.
ghoul.
He's a good ghoul.
Oh.
We need you to hypnotize him with your blood.
Blood bond, here we go.
Zach is just in the background. Zach is
Is
just
that what it's
sharpening
called?
his.
Sounds like a good word.
In the background, Zach is just sharpening his sword.
And he does. And
All right, suck on this guy's wrist.
Oh my god.
the guy.
Again, am I the only one hearing this?
That's how it works. That's how it works.
As he's
Yeah, but the
drinking
way you
from his
say it
hand-
makes
Actually, do I
sound
even know
weird.
how it works? Do I know how it works? Do I know about the
You've-
wrist thing?
He sounds like a sleazy porn director, like trying to get somebody to feel the scene they're in. You know?
Have you seen
Why-
what this man looks like?
What?
Yes,
Edwin.
that's why
yeah,
I'm
he,
saying
he looks like I was gonna say he looks like.
Probably
I don't
not
want to
the-
throw porn directors under the bus like that.
You know,
Yeah.
what's funny is that, like, I originally wanted Edwin to be a serious, no-nonsense character.
So eventually, at the blood bond, he's like, Gary says, "Thank you for the blood. I'm gonna need that." He's feeling a lot
All right,
better.
stay on your guard, Smith. He might be wily.
Oh, one second.
All right. I don't even. Man,
Can you like?
how did I even get here?
You got blackmailed by a weirdo.
Takes one to know one, I suppose.
Exactly.
Smith is like, if this whole thing, if you just being a ghoul for Langston's true, then I'm gonna have to keep extra watch so he doesn't throw himself under the bus, if you catch my meaning.
Well, that's what you're doing. Like, so just a question. So the blood bond thing, that's like a that's like straight up they become addicted to the person too, right? Or do they, or like how much independence is there? Like I don't know if I should ask this in character or not, but like I feel like this is something that you might want to think about.
I want you all to think about that one. In the meantime, your characters are unsure.
You mentioned like you know, I'm gonna just roll to see if Edwin knows like how the basics of blood bonding. What would I be difficultying there?
Cult plus intelligence diff 5.
All right. I think it's already set to that. All right. I don't. Ed is assuming that it would help him stay stable, I guess.
All right, cool. Now,
All right, made it. So what did Shadow Justice say? Did Shadow Justice get the guy?
You hear the phone call. He's like, I think I got. They got that bastard on the ropes. He got me. He got some pretty good hits in, but. Let me go, damn it! Silence, rodent. You're tearing
Knock
me
him out if you have to.
Already on it. You hear a huge thud and the sound of concrete almost cracking a bit. He's like, he's out cold. He's not dead though.
All right.
all right.
We'll meet you
So
somewhere.
we want to
then.
meet up.
Oh wait, so I assume I still have Virgil on the phone a bit as well as Shadow Justice.
Okay, do you guys want to meet up with Shadow Justice first or Virgil? I don't want that they should meet each other. I don't think that would go well.
Shadow Justice.
You want Shadow? Okay, cool.
All right, and so I'm gonna tell Virgil.
All right, at this time, at this place. All right, cool.
Then I'm gonna hang.
You hang up, and then suddenly you all meet him at a certain point, deep within deep with somewhere in New York. Although New York is a very populated place, so trying to actually find a secluded area would be tough, but somewhere to the right of Central Park, you see a closed down restaurant. This is the meeting place.
I'm gonna tell
So
Smith.
this is-
Keep an eye on him. Get to know him. Become friends. All right, cool.
Wait, shit. Ignore the
What the
sound.
What the fuck?
Somebody's unwrapping a candy wrapper.
Bros eating chaps.
And you guys enter the abandoned restaurant after giving your instructions, and the place is quiet at first, and it doesn't seem like anybody's home. And then you see a disheveled looking figure. It's like, you guys meeting with the spandex fella?
Who's
Yep.
talking to us?
An unknown disheveled figure.
Are you?
I only work. I maintain the place for the guy.
Wait, where are we
Read the
again?
signal.
An abandoned
At a
restaurant
rundown.
near Central Park.
Ah, you're the Alfred.
Come back. Listen, go into the kitchen. Then there's a freezer. You guys go to the kitchen. He opens the freezer, and there seems to be almost a staircase and like a kind of a rough tunnel.
Oh, there actually is a bat cave. All right, cool.
You guys enter the place, and as you're going down through these tunnels, you see it's like just barely maintained enough to let like let people walk in them. And you eventually see like kind of a rough like area. Tables, different costumes, a sewing machine, some various photos, costumes that are on mannequins.
You have the white one, you have like the Arctic one, you have the forest one.
You have those, but you also see different mannequins with like non-Shadow Justice costumes, like various like what appear to be almost super villain looking costumes. You see like an old like red spandex with like yellow question marks. You see like a
Wait, actually, AC, may I make a suggestion of having them be yellow exclamation marks?
yellow exclamation marks. I meant to say that. And you see you see like a bright like green like spandex suit with purple underwear. And you also see like a costume with a cheap fishbowl on it. And just all sorts of various like costumes in like one area that are not belonging to Shadow Justice, and one quarantine area is the different Shadow Justice suits. Some of which are more disrepaired, and some of which are made of different costume material than others.
He has a comically large but not supersized quarter.
He has like a quarter the size that like you have to hold with like that's the size of a frisbee. There's also
Very big for a quarter.
a rough costume that is made of like leather and like like a wooden sack hood. Not wooden sack, like a leather, like a burlap sack hood. And as you're looking around, you look and you see a guy tied up. Now you see a guy staked to a pole and also tied up. And the figure is Rodent. And you see Rodent almost tied to it.
So does the staking like silence him as well?
He's paralyzed.
I think they're paralyzed.
He's
Yeah.
paralyzed.
Yeah,
and silent.
I'm not sure what level of paralysis. Like if their mouth is also paralyzed.
His mouth is paralyzed. He's complete silence. You see.
Oh, sick!
You see a figure in the room. A large figure, but you see hair before he puts on the mask and turns around.
What color hair is it?
Brown.
How
Okay.
well lit is this place?
Dimly lit. The lights, you're only seeing bits of the costumes, and the walkways are just lit enough to be seen, but it's still kind of dark in some areas.
Is this like a room, or is it like with wooden walls or something like, or is this like a cave?
Some form
It's
of
a
cave.
It's a cave.
I see.
Actually no. It's a more. I'll retcon that to be. It's more of like it feels like an unused part of the subway system.
All right, so it's like brick walls or
Brick
something.
walls. Arrived.
Oh, I'm glad you trusted us with your lair.
Probably shouldn't have, but I've been meaning to catch Rodent for months.
Have you gotten any information out of him? Or did you just immediately not paralyze him?
I paralyzed him with the stake. I fought his kind before.
Cool.
Really?
What do they call it? Zoomily? Zemily?
Thanks. Sounds familiar.
You know, actually, I'm curious. Our friend... Wait, no.
Actually, I was gonna ask him if he knew anything about the why the changelings thought Noir was one of them, but honestly, I feel like that's a conversation for a different time. Arkham is one of them, not Noir. But I feel like the conversation for a different time.
All right, so should we...
By the way, how long do you want to go with the session?
Only a little bit longer. Just, but as you do, he's like, "You want me to unstake him?"
First, let's figure out what we want to ask. I already got some information. Now, what can we add on to that?
And I'm gonna ask this to the group. Because Bone is bad at figuring out this stuff on the spot.
Fuck.
Someone who's more willing to actually like tell us things that we want to know, maybe, like where we can find actual Langstrom.
All right. So what is the information we have? I'm gonna go through the notes. So we know something about Chinatown, right? We never went to Chinatown, right?
Right.
All right. So what was the information we got about Chinatown again? I'm trying to look through the notes. 12 Chinatown Gary, I wrote. So we already dealt with
Gary,
that.
the Gary likes meeting there, and George also likes meeting there.
Wasn't there something about a restaurant at one point?
Restaurant, yeah.
Was that where we? That was not where we were just at, right? We've never been to that
No.
restaurant, right?
This is a whole new restaurant you're in.
Wait. Whenever you say "in," do you just mean like
The
what we're
lair.
talking-
I'm at the lair.
Okay. Yeah, but we never went to that restaurant,
Nope,
right?
nope, didn't. Nope.
All right. Do we know anything about that restaurant right now?
No, only that that it said that George Langstrom liked meeting there in the papers you saw.
All right. We have location, town of Gary. So I'm just looking through the notes. Feel free to throw out any additional questions you want to ask him as I'm trying to look through the notes. What is our current goal? So our current goal is to find
Kill Langstrom.
yes, but our other current goal is to know things about Victor, right?
Right.
We have not gotten. We didn't ask the other guy anything about Victor.
You never even
So-
asked Shadow Justice anything about Victor.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up Victor to Shadow Justice and tell him to keep an eye out for a pale man that no one can keep their eye out for.
You know, how about you guys talk to him about of that while I try to look through the notes?
He's some kind of wizard or something.
Does
the
he wear a
grand
green
variety.
duster?
Big guy.
Does he wear a green duster?
He does, right? He does,
Yeah.
right?
Then we have already met. I've seen him. When I saw him though, his face was covered in bandages. Couldn't even see his mouth. He was speaking in front of a group of people, said that they found the true way. I think it was some kind of cult.
I do have in the notes something about a friend of all cult. Apparently,
Friend
is
Bull?
Yeah.
I believe we saw it on the news that there was a cult that was gaining popularity called the Friend of All cult, right?
Yeah.
Do you happen to know where they might be based out of?
They always make sure to go out anytime they put their recruitment ads. They always make sure to film in a nondescript place, and even purposely set up the lights in a way where you can't triangulate it. Hard to say, but I know they're here somewhere in Manhattan. Maybe Brooklyn.
Just writing down
I think you're
notes.
starting to do the virtual stuff and try to get it started across the country, but my theory is that most likely the main headquarters is either somewhere in Manhattan, or it's somewhere in Brooklyn.
Across the bridge, then.
Right. But even then, if you described his face and I only saw bandages, I don't think he might not even be he might not be basing himself in the cult's operations. He might just be using it for reinforcements.
We think he might be involved with our local vampire problem.
That would be bad. Which is why I'm helping you.
Also, one of the things that they were talking about, they mentioned something before about a flow. I'm trying to find where I put the notes, and that they didn't seem particularly loyal. Who knows a guy if things go bad? Yes, a guy with a mustache and a red scarf for
Bob?
if things go bad. So we could probably ask him about that.
Sounds like the new stranger in town. I don't know much about him, but he's rather shifty.
Was Bob supposed to be the one with the mustache and the scarf, or is
Bob
that the
is
other
one of the ghouls.
Okay.
I don't even think this guy's gonna even know about
Bob
the
was
other ghouls.
described as a ghoul that helped out, and who was just kind of good at speaking. And this was described to you before Gary had his mask removed.
Okay.
Yes.
Make
Masked
of
Man
that
handles
what you will.
bribe, Johnny
Johnny
Boy handles
Boy.
scandals, and Bob is a good talker. But I don't think this freaky dude that's staked is gonna know about them, because he doesn't seem to know about the ghoul system.
Gary was like concealed when he met him.
Alright, so I believe we should ask him about the man with the mustache and the red scarf. We should ask him if he knows anything about Victor, and we should ask for his connections to Langstrom and what he meant by if things go bad.
Can I manipulate you guys into doing one thing specifically as a good...
Manipulate me, AC. Try to.
I want to speak up. I want you guys to ask about 2 questions specifically and end the session on getting answers to those 2.
Oh yeah.
So if you
Should you tell me right now, or us right now, or later?
Well, I mean, probably.
now the questions that would be about so the one about the man with the red scarf, and the second question is about the meat was about I think what were your questions too?
Alright, so we wanted to ask him what so I was gonna ask him what he meant whenever he said if things go bad he knew a guy, which was the guy in the red scarf. How much loyalty he had to Langstrom, and this is kind of out of order. As well as what he does. And I hope other people also remember these questions, because I might forget them in the moment.
That's why I'm
All
right.
right. Does everybody mind if I make you guys ask about loyalty and the mysterious stashed man, but not in that order? As your
Sure.
questions to end the session on.
Okay, just try to need to remind me as we're in the flow.
Yeah. So eventually, Shadow Justice removes the stake. Blood spews out. You see Shadow Justice open a wooden crate full of stakes, and he puts the stake back in there and closes it.
Oh, professional.
We fight the criminal underground, you know. But this guy Rodent comes alive. I'll get you. Where the fuck
No,
am I?
I'm gonna go. Wait. Okay, so is this guy like high up or at like eye level?
He's a little bit like higher level, but there's a staircase to meet him face to face.
All right, I'm gonna go.
No. Shh. We're friends. We're friends. You know, we're friends. Yes.
Who the fuck are you?
Yes, we're your friends. We're your friends. She's not though. She's wild. But no, me. You can talk to me.
I guess he's talking
Ed
about
is
me,
the
I'm
good
only
cop.
woman in the room.
What? So A1, you're going to kill me? You finally got me, Shadow Justice. You and your group of chuckle folks.
No worries. You're talking to me. No, you're talking to me. All right. What's your name?
Rodent.
Cool. All right, we're already becoming friends.
All right. So
That
what we wanted to ask him before asking about loyalty and the masked man. What was it again? What he does.
Those were the 2 things.
Those are the 2
What's that?
things.
I think we wanted to ask him. All right, what does he do for Langstrom? Would that interfere with how you want to end?
No. What he asked what do you do for Alliance? I liked him. Yeah. I'm more of a scout. Hired gun. I have no loyalty to anyone. Except I have one loyalty. To have movement. To free my kind from the shackles of yours.
That being Zach.
Uh-huh.
What's like that being?
We would never share our group name amongst peasants like you. against
Wait, which one-
Kine.
I forget which one's the one between Rodent and Gary that mentioned Mr. White.
Rodent.
Okay, maybe Rodent will recognize him then.
All right, so Ed mentioned whenever he was giving his origin story that he knew Sabat, what Sabat was.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just like straight up ask.
Also,
Isn't
you
the Sabat?
yeah. Also, you guys know about Sabat. You dealt with Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Oh.
We did. I
You
forgot.
Oh, you know about that.
I know a lot of things. Friend, you can tell me. Come on,
We're the best at what we do. And right now we're only taking mere jobs from an independent sponsor. Because we always have because it supports the end goal.
Being
You see, there's us and there's higher-ups. And then there's even higher-ups who remain sleeping. Our goal is to eliminate them all and take their powers for our own. It'll be enough to dominate this world.
Do we have the Eye of Venture with us?
You do.
Would that? Okay.
Hey, perhaps you should test the doohickey on this guy. See if that works with these guys.
I assume Steph still has it.
yeah, I do.
Alright, so we're gonna have your eyes looked at.
He looks at the eyeball. He's like, "Oh, this
he
is
have
some
to- what does it-
antediluvians, huh?"
Oh, that's a new one.
Maybe.
Yeah, boy.
Maybe I don't speak Latin.
Before the flood, the old vampires, the real ones. See, most like to pretend like they don't exist because it's comforting to them. We recognize this. We'll do whatever it means necessary to purge them and take their powers for our own.
So true. Alright, zap him with the thing.
All right. What does Steph have to roll for that?
Let me go for dominate.
We might actually need to swap it out if one of us. Like, would it depend
You know what?
on the
To
individual?
hurry this up, you'll just say that for this one instance, the Eye of Venture kinda works, but because he is a vampire, it doesn't work as long. Just for this scene only.
Alright, so what is this group?
We're here to remove the antediluvians at any means necessary.
Oh, so it is the Sabat.
The financiers back in Cincinnati took a big hit, so we've been low on resources, though I wouldn't worry about it with Jack's expertise.
Did you say Jack's expertise?
Yeah, he said
Who?
Jack's. Yeah.
Jack with the scarf.
Yeah, him. So you know
Alright,
him.
should we just do the what's the question you wanted us to end on?
What's his expertise?
Who really is the man in the scarf? So technically, Noir is asking the final question of what is his expertise.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we should just get to the meat.
What's the fucking deal?
The moment you see him with his sword drawn, you only have 3 seconds before you're purged from this world. I've seen the man work with those things. It's almost a work of art. I'm almost envious of him. The man and his dual swords can make quick work of anything, almost inhuman. Well, obviously it is. We don't need to be tied to your logics. But with his speed, he could probably go through most of you before you had the chance to turn around. With just him and his swords.
Noted.
Thanks.
We'll have to see about that.
Should we? Is that how you wanted us to end it?
I'll say, let me do my narration. You have this more information than you have gathered tons of information. All have culminated into meeting this man in a secret subway lair underneath a restaurant, talking about the mysterious scarfed man and his dual swords and his blinding speed. The body doubles. All you have taken in so much knowledge that it's almost terrifying. And what you decide to do next will have to be you'll be planned out for the future in the next session of Hunter the Road Trip.
Huzzah.
Yeah,
And
we didn't do the
then-
date.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you actually said in our scheduling thing, like, that this one would be the date episode.
I don't know why I expected the ghoul to be able to run a little, to be able to like break out of a specific dice roll. I forget which one, but I was expecting him to break out of a dice roll and get away.
You see, Arkham is a lot stronger than he may seem.
And due to that strength, he pivoted a lot more, and you found out a revelation.
Also, whenever you have like multiple of us, like even like just 3 guys with like a bunch of rerolls, it's gonna be in that kind of scenario. It'd be pretty difficult for him to break out, I feel.
But also,
You know, now that I think about it, since Zach has been faking his name, maybe we should get someone to fake an ID card, or just
Do
fake a
any of us
driver's
have
license.
cobbler?
but I must
It's a
ask.
edge
Maybe
or perk?
shoes.
I must ask.
No, it's
Oh.
sorry, wait. I just want to explain what cobbler is. It allows you to make masks, which in this case is not like a literal mask, but like fake identities and stuff.
A social mask.
It is a
Digital
perk.
mask.
It is a perk of one of the edges, I believe. Anyway, go ahead. Ace.
I must ask one question though.
Huh?
As a storyteller, how was the twist?
That
with
was a
it?
good
Oh, that was
twist.
great. I
like
didn't
it, yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, maybe Langstrom himself is a ghoul, and him coming out at night is to throw people off. It's like, oh, no, it's Zamisi chicanery.
Is Langstrom even real?
I also, funny enough, I made an illustration that hinted at this.
Oh?
And I say like, well,
Did they never get shown?
there's 2 of them. One will be shown much later. The other one can be shown now. And it was more of like
Alright,
an
lay it on me.
it's more of an abstract artwork I did that's in black and white.
Ooh.
Yeah,
how
Ed
much
is in a
extra
very awkward situation of I don't know how much information Ed has, and that's sick.
Oh,
I see.
that's sick.
Oh shit.
Is this like the real Langstrom?
No, it was more of an abstract illustration symbolizing that this guy can manipulate the flesh to kind of make stuff look like him.
Oh. Anyway, that was a very cool twist.
Mm-hmm.
Here I was thinking that Langstrom was just a ghoul.
That was a good call.
It's getting bit. Things are progressing into our discoveries.
And now we have to make sure that Shadow Justice does not find out we're working with a vampire organization.
And
And an anti-vampire organization.
I thought wait, are we with an anti-vampire organization? I
Oh,
thought
Virgil.
No, Virgil is a vampire or is with a vampire organization. They just want to be their own organization.
and they didn't.
They're upstarts.
They're also funding like hunter groups, mainly the curb competition.
Yeah, it's the controlled opposition.
Okay.
It's like we're trying to make more vampire hunters, but we're gonna know their entire inner dealings without them even knowing. So we always know how to outmaneuver them.
But yeah, this
Strike at the heart.
is this is the sesh. I've been holding on to this like body double twist since like you guys were still in Point Pleasant when when it came to me.
Which arc was that? Was the Sabat? Was that the
Mothman.
Sabat arc? Mothman? Alright. That was a cool twist.
Uh,
I was actually very shocked.
Beautiful time.
But yeah, that was the session. Does anybody have any commentary of their own before I end the stream?
I just dropped my fucking hat. Which is also because I just got home from work. It's actually like a hard hat kind of thing, a bump cap. But it's like a mix of a hat and a hard cap. Like it just has some hard plastic in it. Anyway, yeah, just slammed on my keyboard. I didn't know if it came through, but anyway, Yeah, I'm very excited for the trying to recruit the anime girl as a vampire hunter, assuming she's not evil herself.
Yeah.
Oh my god, watch it turn out that she actually is really into vampires. Like, no, vampire me. Turn me into one.
We somehow accidentally get a Roboot to rizz up this character, and it
We
turns
become we
an
become
actual like relationship in the story.
we end up accidentally making the fucking Virgil organization way too strong.
I will say, funny enough, before the session started, although it was me talking out loud to myself, I did kind of like improv a meeting between like the real Langstrom and his ghouls.
Ah, neat.
So
Yeah,
like,
I don't think. Oh, go ahead.
to give myself an idea of what they're doing behind the camera, what they're doing outside of its view.
Yeah, that
Keeping
makes
track
sense.
of things.
Like even me and you with like Virgil, we had kind of like a background, off camera short role play thing just to kind of work out some of the narrative.
Now that does remind me, my good friend Mr. Denton. How much XP have we gotten today?
Good question.
What was how much did you get last time? Because it's gonna be more than
Um,
that.
6.
6, yes.
7.
We should be at 97 now.
You guys got 7 points from this discovery. Unless anybody has, I do want to check before I end things. Does anybody have one last comment there? Anything they want to say about how the session went?
I just
I
think
it
it's
went
neat.
swimmingly.
Yeah. I'm AC Denton. I'm glad to
Good
see that people.
nocturne, everyone.
I'm
Oh, sorry, I
oh.
cut you off.
No, you go ahead before I say my thing because mine's closing.
I just said good nocturne, but if we're not ending it fully, I will say it is really funny. I leveled up beforehand, and I'm gonna be real. I was like, oh fuck! I leveled up my firearms to max. I can't use it really right now. Luckily, we did it. We were able to somehow finagle that in. But I was like, oh sweet! I leveled fire. Oh, I'm in public.
Yeah.
You know, there will be a time where you're not, and that's gonna come in handy. Maybe if we take an expedition to the sewers.
Sewer
That might
level.
come in real handy when we have to face the hoarders.
I still have 37.
When we
XP.
have to face down the Zamishi monstrosities, those bullets might come in handy.
I'm so excited for the future.
Perhaps AC will make a better sewer level than the Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline sewer level. That's bad.
Ding.
Yeah. Unless anyone has one final commentary, I think I'm going to wrap it up here.
Sounds good.
Yes.
I'm AC Denton. This is my crew. This is Hunter the Roadtrip.
Good nocturne.
I hope the viewers enjoyed it as much as I did and as much as the players did. Hopefully even more so. But yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side. I'm signing out for now. Hopefully catch us next Thursday. We'll be joined by Jerry. Again.
What if we were joined by Markiplier?
One can only
That'd be
dream.
great, of course.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. Today I'm going to be playing the role of Langstrom.
God, I get Markiplier.
The real Greg Langstrom was secretly Markiplier.
But yeah, I'll see you on the flip side.
Bye-bye.
Oh wait, AC.
What?
When do these shows happen?
Thursdays.
We never say when the shows happen.
I do actually.
We do?
I don't say them on stream, but I say them in post. But I'll say it again. Thursdays, 8:30. Expect 8:45. That's usually when they start.
What time
this
zone?
CST.
This is why I fucking make a schedule so I don't. I'm like follow me on my socials and look at my schedule for.
No
the
wait,
week.
it's 8 Central.
Inevitably, I delay an hour anyway.
I'll also be posting more information in the description of this video after I stop streaming. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Now we're gonna go.